Thank you for joining us this evening. My name is Barbara Pasternak, founder and chair of Diabetes Hope Foundation. We are really excited to share with you our most current development of our Transition mobile app. So before we begin our presentation, I'd like to first thank our generous donors who made this all possible, Abbott, Dexcom, and Ypsomed, for their support in enabling to bring this project to life. And please allow me now to introduce the main players. Alex Bennett, engineer, a former 2012 DHF alumni. Alex received his master's in biomedical engineering at University of Toronto. Alex's master's research focused on the creation of biosensors for the exploration of mechanisms of diabetes biology. He currently is working as a research software engineer for Sick Kids Hospital. Alex has been an integral part of the DHF community mentorship and peer support program for many years and has regularly speaks and provides valuable insights for the transition and wellness. Vivian Lee, a tremendous force of the DHF special projects and a consultant in charge of research and marketing. And Rajitha Gunaseelan, former 2019 scholarship alumni, fourth year in business economics at York University and member of the York University Diabetes Club. Rajitha has been working part-time for several summers updating the transition guide. The project's primary objective is to adapt our printed transition guide into a new digital platform that can be assessed by interactive mobile application by post-secondary students with diabetes across Canada. Up until now, the guide was only available in print and free to download as a PDF file on our main website. In 2013, the Guide for Successful Transition to College was created to help post-secondary students to find and access diabetes supports on campus. The goal of the guide was to help students apply for and access the accessibility supports for students with disabilities. Recognized by the Canadian Pediatric Association as a vital resource, the DHF Guide for Successful Transition to College and University is currently reaching about 500 to 1,000 students with diabetes and their families a year, which is 0.3% of the population in its current PDF form. But since COVID, teens and adults with diabetes have been forced to either attend their appointments virtually or their patient visits have been reduced. And over the last 6 years, our healthcare partners and students have expressed an ongoing need to adapt the guide into a more accessible digital format to many more youth who will be able to benefit from the guide. So, in October 2021, DHF began to develop a new initiative to help us adapt our Transition to College and University print resource guide into a dynamic mobile app to improve access to our transition resources. Our new mobile app development strategy was focused on the user experience and how students access information, and is expected to help us increase the value of our research and resources to post-secondary students with diabetes, to them to help achieve and maintain healthy diabetes lifestyle. But most importantly, we are thrilled that we have Alex Bennett, Rajitha, and Vivian Lee as the backbone for spearheading and rolling out this amazing mobile app. And without the three of you guys, this could not have been possible along with our sponsors. The other issue that I really want to talk about quickly is that when the guide was created 10 years ago, I can't believe it's been 10 years, going to university 10 years ago looks a lot different than going to university today. So what the team had to do is, before the information was transferred over to the mobile app, we had to really scrub the information. And basically, Vivian and Rajitha created a survey and sent it out to all our Diabetes Hope alumni, and over 100 of our alumnus answered the survey and came up with results that is currently demonstrated and shown on the app. So all the information that you see that is in pie charts and flow charts and everything else, that is accumulative information that was researched, and it was sliced and diced So these are true facts that we are going with. This is how the kids today feel like. What are the biggest issues today? And it was broken down into several categories. But if you compare the information from 10 years ago, even 5 years ago, to now, it's really a completely different transition guide, which we're very pleased about. And what we're concentrating now is mental health support. So one of the wonderful discoveries that we had was the multiple areas of mental health support within the university environment, and that is demonstrated in the app. So we hope everyone is able to access it and use it when needed. This is very exciting ground to cover, so I will now turn the attention over to the stars of the show, Alex and Rajitha. Take it away.
So the mental health research looked at a provincial and federal government response at the pandemic and also how post-secondary institutions were receiving this funding. So I know from my own experience, having a social network around me that is diabetes centered allows me to share the same ups and downs as another. And this is very important in looking into the mental health research because we wanted to make sure each school had those supports that were diabetes centered, but also accessibility centered. Each school fact sheet was updated to include mental health resources on campus or close to campus for students' convenience. As we know, the demand and increase for mental health services is a very important thing that happened over the past couple of years, and colleges and universities did step up. So within the guide, there are many resources that students have access to, direct contact information for post-secondary counseling services, on-campus services, and social networks that are related to diabetes. So the first thing you'll see here is a quick summary that is included to easily find the resources that are available at the school of choice. The research was conducted for each school profile to include a summary of exam accommodations, virtual learning, mental health services on campus, and additional supports. As you can see there, the mental health contact information is easily there for students to contact and to have that information there because people need to know where to reach out to and where help is. You can also see the specific diabetes additional resources for students because there's always social networks where you feel more connected with other people and your peers, and you can just talk about your everyday ups and downs. Aside of this, you can see there's many different resources on the school sheet. You can find the contact information, accessibility accommodations, healthcare insurance, as well as diabetes supplies and the different alumni insights that are at the very bottom.